Hey Purples, how you doing? Hello Perpsicles. Is Perpsicles okay today? Let's get the brushes out of the way. We do not need these brushes tonight. How are you doing, Perps? Are you alright? Let's get some music on quick. While we're here. God, I really need to do the Vanguard ones. Vanguard Pantheon. Okay, so I've got loads of 3D printed Trench Crusade bits. There we go. Including one that's just flicked onto the floor, but that's fine, I'll find that at some other point. How are you, Peps? Get rid of that. Right, so got loads of bits. He's printed absolutely fine, so he's good, so I can change his bow for the larger one. That's the one that we took off. That's the one that we took off the proper one. Yeah, I said I was doing some bases. I'm going to make a base for the Death Commando and a base for the Heretic Priest. And when I said that, Purple was like, you know what? You could do that on stream. I'm like, oh, fine, okay. Yeah, okay. So I've got loads of trenched base goodies. Hey, Pepsicles. How you doing, Olivia?
Yay, he's here. And we also have music.
Yep. Yep. So he's absolutely fine. I re-supported his foot, so his foot would print. So he's now all good. So this guy can be cleaned up and put on his base. Now the Sultanate bases are a little bit easier because I'm using the smoke a lot.
No, you are not oh fine. I heard the oh fuck me sideways across the ocean.
What? Since when did I listen to Purple? I don't know. I don't even know why I'm live. Like if you'd rather I just turned it off, it's absolutely fine. I can sort that out because I can just throw a movie on and do this in my own head. Oh, holy shit! It's Navilia. Avelia, the beautiful German lady who streams on Twitch and paints amazing models. Avelia, how are you doing? How are you? It is I. We can't give you a brush, but a bush. How are you? How are you doing, Avelia? How was your stream? What were you working on, Avies? What were you working on, Polly? We're doing an impromptu basing stream, so there's not going to be any painting tonight because we are basing. Well, we're really simply basing this guy because he's just going to be dead easy, just super glued onto a base, which I've already done. But we're going to be basing a Death Commando. I'm going to be basing this guy up. And also probably putting a little bit of decoration on his back as well because I want some more aerials sticking out of his back. Sweet, more basing, doing good, working on Gravelord bases. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. What was that MP3? That was Sinister's intro sound. Is it all about that base? It is all about that base. I have decided to stop being a wimp and just make some bases. So I've got two bases here. I've got two 32mm bases and loads of basing bits and loads of cork and loads of cocktail sticks and loads of barbed wire and loads of putty and loads of other things. So we have just under 2 hours because we do have movie night tonight. We have just under 2 hours to try to make a base for this guy and I want to really go ham on it. I'm trying to work out what that is. What is that? It's a flaming something, but what is it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So yeah, the Sultanate stuff. The Sultanate stuff. Oh, Christine, hey, how are you? Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. More new rules for Trench Crusade released earlier. We're getting closer. Oh, really? More new rules, as in just gameplay rules. So this is the Sultanate one which we've been doing, and I've kind of, I think I've got the red going okay. This needs a highlight kind of put on top of it. So I'm going to throw some extra bits on the bases of these ones which are already done. So some Sultanate bits and bobs, which will be quite cool. Try and give them a bit of height, etc, etc. So that one's that. Where's there it is. So this is the base for the assassin. There's his base, so he's going to go on there like that, so that's going to be absolutely fine. But we're going to try and do this base today. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. That's the plan, whether we do it. Whomever told you to paint her pink was obviously a genius. Listening to Paul and Andy play Underworlds while sitting on the sofa with Zeb. Oh! The front of a gun, maybe. It looks like he's got a spike through it, though. The only thing I can think of is that it's like a spiked brassiere that's on fire. I don't know. It's a weird one, that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That's a bit of a failed print right down the middle. So yeah, I've done loads of these little alchemy bottles, which are really cool, and then loads of these hell plates, which will be really good. I've done a couple of books as well, because I need to put a book. I need to fill the pages in because they look terrible. I need to put a book on my sorcerer for the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent. So that's that. And then I also check out what I also printed. Check out what I also printed. I also printed some Battlefleet Gothic. Sorry, got something to drink. What did I miss? I've no idea. I was just saying how awesome you are. Mini chip. Funny looking man of war. I know. I know. Man of well, I'm not as like I'm completely enthralled with his Man of War project, Man of War 2026. But I'm not as completely enthralled with Man of War. I kind of like Battlefleet Gothic more, so I thought I'd try and do some Battlefleet Gothic. Anyway, right. So we need bases for these guys to stand on to give them a bit of height. They're both on 32 mils. And I've got some. He's looking cool as well. So yeah, they're all looking pretty good anyway. I think they're all looking pretty good. Let me dink that way. I got a load of stirrers as well. We've got some coffee stirrers. I don't know where my sister got these from, but she got me like 300 of the bloody things. Look, there's loads of them. Look, she got me loads of these. So I've got loads of little balsa cocktail sticks. It's great. It's great having a little sister. Hey Jet, how are you doing? So we will play Battlefleet Gothic when? Oh, I don't think I'll ever play. I don't think I'll ever get to play Battlefleet Gothic either. It's fine. I'm just playing. I like the models. I like collecting models. Models is fine. Like, I don't have to play the games. I've kind of resigned myself. Although I am going to try and find a gaming club next year. Try and reach out and find out what gaming clubs are around. Because I need one. So I've got loads of these little things. Try and get one of those to give it a little bit of height at the back. I've got a fire. Anyway, right. So if I do that, and then put, not in. Hang on. Okay, if I lift this up a little bit.
As I have been saying, Chris, I am more than happy to gang with you whenever I am in the UK. Just need you to be reachable and keep to your formized meetups equals P.
What? What was that? I missed that. Hey Manaringo on the YouTubing. Thank you very much. Whoever said they were happy to play me. Doing good, thanks. Went to SMC. Was my first con. Enjoyed every minute, especially meeting everybody. Fantastic. Twitch Lady told me off. Twitch Lady always tells me off. I am forever being told off by the Lady of Twitch. Forever being told off by the Lady of Twitch. Okay, so I wonder whether I can halve these. Not very well, it seems. I need to get Twitch chat. I need to get Twitch chat open because the thing doesn't show shout outs and things. Create a dashboard, stream manager, pop out chat. Pop out chat. There we go. Oh, Shirato! Thank you, Shirato. There we go. You are easily. You really are terrible at reading chat. I'm terrible at reading chat. Drive to Northants. Amazon or Temu. Doing great. Went to see. Why am I terrible at reading chat? I'm not terrible at reading chat. I'm really good at reading chat. I'm one of the best Twitch streamers who reads chat. I'm one of the best. Okay. I do read a lot of chat. I do. I have to see your messages, Paulie. That's what it is. How are the Gravelords coming along? Are you enjoying them? There we go. So I have a good. I have a god hand for dealing with Gunpla sprues. What would you recommend I use for thicker sprues like Games Workshop? These ones. Let me get you the linky. So I use these ones for Games Workshop sprues and then the god hands to clean them up. The clippers. There we go. There are the clippers. Copy. That's the clippers. Paste. That's the clippers I use. Well, I think I have about 1.5 weeks left. Oh, what are you doing them for? Have you got an event? Have you got an event? Are you taking them to an event? Are you taking them to a? Have you got a gaming session with friends? So yeah, I clip sprues out with these. So commission for a tournament. Oh. Yeah, I clip them out of the sprues with these, and then re-clip them out with the god hands.
Route alert!
Yay!
Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
Hey, Avian, how are you doing? You can't take the piss out of me now. What are you going to do? What are you actually going to do, Avian? I don't know. I don't know. I'll think of something. The words with that. The words with that? The words with what? We can always take the piss. You can always take the piss. I mean, Twitch chat, you will somehow find a way to take the piss out of me. Right. So there we go. So that's a length of boards which we can put on there. So I don't want it all board. Like, I want it to be mud boards, but then the boards have got to be covering something up because I want it higher. So what are they covering up? What are they? If it's a boardwalk, that goes over a gap, that would work, wouldn't it? So it would be like a blown out gap that they've put a board across. A very rude work that takes a year to alert. Well, it made me laugh, which is the main reason to stream. The main reason I stream is to make myself laugh. So I thought, well, that just made me laugh. Yeah. There we go. Right, let's get. I probably shouldn't get rid of those bits actually, because I could probably use them at some point. Okay, so if we've got this higher, do we go higher? Do we go higher that way like that, and then have the boardwalk overhanging? Obviously, this is so I'm just using cork. I'm just using cork for the landscaping. I'm going to cover up all the cork because I hate the look of cork. You can never disguise cork. It always looks like cork. So we're just using cork for the landscaping part of it. So if I do that and have some dirt falling away down to some like really muddy dirt down at the bottom, as if this is the edge of a crater, and then have the boards overhanging it. That works, doesn't it? So I could have the boards overhanging that. A little bit of mud here, so he's standing on mud here and boards here. So mud on his back foot, boards on his front foot. And then I want some height behind him there. Half buried pipes underneath the boards could work, so we need a pipe underneath there as well then. And then we've got all these bits that we can put on as well, so little hell things, and loads of their skulls are actually really nice. There we go, look. Their skulls are actually really nice, and there's one with like a heretic. There we go, look. That one's got a heretic symbol carved in its forehead as well, which is really nice. So the skulls are actually really cool. That's a hanging one. So yeah, so if we if we're doing that, we need some boards. Hang on, no, it's got to be there like that, isn't it? Turn that round because I want it sloping down. So if we're doing that, and then boards here, like that, battered up, and then something behind him, like a cross, or like a cocktail stick or something sticking up. Okay. He burned my head, that cork. Always looks like cork and to never use it. He burned in my head. Crystal brush judge who worked for Secret Weapon Miniatures. It was an instant disqualifier if he could recognise it. Yeah. I hate cork. I did my first Necron bases were all cork because I was like, oh, that's really cool because you can just build it up really easily and it looks like rock from the front. Well, it doesn't, and then it's flat as well on the top. So if you use, I'm literally just using cork for the landscaping, and then I'm going to try and cover every single inch of it in either texture paste or rubble or sand or anything. Right, so that makes sense though, right? And you say we need some pipes. So we've got some, and also, so I haven't got any small pipes, which is the annoying thing. That's the smallest pipe I've got. That's the smallest pipe I've got, which is actually quite large. Cheap lightweight volume, yeah. So I fell out with cork very early on in my Warhammer rediscovery journey, if you like. Let's find the Death Commando artwork, because I also want to add. So I want to add to these. I want to, like, it's a skirmish game, right? So you only end up with like 4 or 5 models. So we can go to town on the Death Commando. So we can go to town on the Death Commando, and the Death Commando artwork. It's that one, isn't it? Is there one without the that one? That one. Ah, yeah, whatever. So the Death. Oh God. Is that on Facebook? There we go. No. That one. Is that one going to open properly? No, don't save. So the Death Commando's got all these extra aerials, which I want to try and include. So we're going to try and get. So how many? He's got like 6. He's got 6 extra aerials out the back. So what I thought, because if we look at it, he's got these 4 things here. Well, I could get some wire. Let's get this in focus. There we go. I could get some wire and put some wire in there and extend that out. And then there's also those 2 little bits there as well, so I could drill those and put some in there. So then he's got like some extra ones, but I don't know whether to put them in there or whether to put them elsewhere. So what do you think? Do you put them in this bit and have them coming out of here, or do you actually just put them in there? I don't think they come out of here. I think you have to have them like come out of somewhere else. Because I think you add to this, not enhance that. I think that's my idea anyway. We'll get FM radio. Is there flesh, or is that more organic like armour? Is there flesh? You mount them as far in as you can. Yeah, like I think. I see. I don't know what thickness to use, because I could. I've got some brass, so I've got 0.8 mil brass. I don't know whether that's too thick. I suppose it's not really, is it? That's all right actually. I was going to get some like 0.4 brass, because brass is just a little bit. I mean, this is really bendy. This is really bendy. This is 0.6, but this is really bendy, so that will just be really annoying. So I might get some 0.4 mil brass. This is 0.6. I just think that's. I mean, I suppose that's not too bad. I mean, once it's in, it's still going to look cool. You've just got to decide where you want to put the bits. Use like a 0.5 near the neck. See, I think that's flesh. But if you look at this artwork, this isn't the official artwork. That makes it look like it's part of the clothing. Same as this look. This is all part of the clothing, but I don't know what the official. That's the official one, but I can't open that. Is that because it's on? Yeah, you can't zoom in on that. I need to zoom in on that. Why am I not following Mike? That artwork. See, that's cool as shit. So yeah, I just thought I'd enhance. I'd say mount it atop of or the back of the centre part of the backpack. Some 0.4 mil is nice too. As long as I can have it straight, because very very quickly when I was searching for it, you could only get it in reels, and I want straight. Like if you get it in reels, it's going to be a pain to straighten up. Anyway, the whole point of this stream is basing, so let's get some basing done. Right. So we want that to be kind of going down. So we don't need this bit here. Like that, there we go. So that's going down. The Death Commando is standing. Death Commando is standing like that. So the boards want to go out that way. So I almost want to turn that so that it's open here. So the boards go. Okay. Try head pins for beading as they come in different colours. Head pins for beading as they come in different colours. What do you mean different colours? Chris got some ADHD hobby problems. If you don't mind helping. What if I don't mind helping? What with ADHD hobby problems? I'm terrible with. I'm not the person. I'm not the person to ask about that sort of stuff. I flip between things all over the place. I just kind of accept it. I'll find a link. Yes, please, Christine. Do you mean like sewing pins? Sewing pins could be cool, actually. That would be really, really small, wouldn't it? Yeah, find me a link. If it's an Amazon link, even better, because then I can order it for tomorrow. Right, so foot on this back one here, and then boards. Let's move that onto screen a bit. Foot on this back one here, and then boards coming out for this one here. Sewing pins with flat heads make for awesome tiny nails and antennae. They do. Random question. We got water coming out of the input hose. There is a moisture trap on the tank compressor. Any thoughts on what would be causing it? We've got water coming out of the input hose to the airbrush. There's a moisture trap on the tank compressor. Any thoughts on what would be causing it? Moisture trap's full? I don't know. Have you emptied the compressor? I don't know. I emptied my compressor. I haven't emptied my airbrush, my compressor very much. In fact, I've only emptied it once. I've emptied this one once, and I've emptied the one down in the garage once. It doesn't look full. No, as in emptied it from water, because it will get water at the bottom. So if you tip it, it will have like a release valve. Oh, in terms of the moisture trap. Yeah, the moisture trap. The moisture trap might, I don't know. The moisture trap will also have like a little bleed valve on it. So once it's got some pressure, you can bleed the moisture trap, and it will blow water out of the moisture trap. So that's another thing you can do. You put a link in the stream gallery. Oh, thank you, Christine. You're super kind of you. Stream gallery. And these are 0.8, so they're 0.8. Do they do any? Oh, they do smaller. Oh no, they're all 0.8. If they did 0.4, yeah, they're all 0.8. What happens if you search 0.4 pins? 0.8 is the same as this brass I've got. 0.4, 15 quid. They're really cool. I know they're expensive. What are they? Oh, they're fat. They're not 0.4.
You have been weighed.
Yes.
You have been measured.
Yes.
And you've absolutely
Yes.
Have been found wanting.
Yes. What are they? No 0.7. 0.6. 0.6. Stainless steel eye pin head pins. 0.6. What are they for then? Oh, they're for making earrings. Okay, that's cool. So 0.6 stainless steel. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good. How you doing, War Masters? Take the hose off and tip out. Make sure there's... oh, there we go. Good value. What, for 5 quid? Especially tomorrow as well. Uh, 0.6, 0.7. It doesn't say 0.6. Should I get some of those then? Should I get a pack of those? In fact, let's just have a quick check on... so this is the 0.4, but the 0.4 stuff is in a reel. It's 1 quid. How easy is it? Oh, there's 0.3 there. How easy is it going to be to straighten out? What happens if I put rod rather than... What did I put? 0.4. 0.8. 0.8 seems to be like the smallest. 0.3. Yeah, 0.3 is all in a wire. The coils are a bit annoying. They are. An inch or so is easy enough. Depends on how long and how straight you want it. Yeah, you don't really need it. You don't really need it too. You must be able to roll. Must be able to roll a coil out. You'd think, wouldn't you? You'd be able to roll a coil out. So I can get a metre of 0.4 for £1.30. It's not worth worrying about, is it? Let's just do that. The only thing is it's not going to come tomorrow. There we go. Right, I've got the once this is paid, I'll just go and show the screen again. There, I've got that. So I've got that in 0.4. 1 metre of 0.4, which will be fine. So let's try that. But 0.8 might be alright, you know. Whoops. This is shifted. Good job there wasn't anything up there to show you. So 0.8 might be okay. Blarg, this chapter was the Red Talons. Peachy, an inch or so is easy enough. Red Talons are a pass because they look more like Blood Angels. I guess the question is, did Ortec Moore die before the second founding? Good value for 100 pieces. Has too many Marines, and the Iron Hands chapter look awesome, but I don't want to paint Iron Hands. Thought about doing Ortec Moore's chapter, but 2 different internet sources tell of the Brazen Claws or the Red Talons. Right, off to help with dinner. No worries, Manaringo! Minis aren't the only expensive War Masters is weighing. Yeah. Right, okay, so. Whoops. Let's get this figured out. So if I do that, I also need behind it somewhere to put one of these, because I want a bit of height. I want a bit of height behind it, so one of these needs to go in. Along with a cocktail stick, so that's okay. That's okay like that, I think. Should we try? Should we try that? Shall we try that? So if I glue that down there. Glue that down there. Did I get that in the right place? Okay, so then we can put some. So if we have, so it would be duckboarding that way, wouldn't it, to go across with one like that underneath it. So you could put that underneath, have that coming out to here, snap it off, and then put the duckboard across it. That would be quite cool, actually. So let's go to there, snap it off there.
What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
What would you think of putting red in Deep Shadows? Red in Deep Shadows is great. So that goes there. Okay, let's glue that on. How are you doing, Whisk? Okay. So that's kind of the base, okay? And then we're going to have duck boards going across there like that, so that he can then stand on a bit of mud here, and then some duck boards over there. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about brainstorming some bases because I was like pissing around with all these 3D printed bases and everything. I'm like, well, there's no mod. And you end up having to. Where is one? I haven't got one out here. But you end up with a 3D base, and you just end up like, oh, how can I even fit the model on it? So I was like, just like, it's a fucking skirmish game. Just do the models, do the bases yourself, Chris. Stop being a big wuss. A duck. Tired from work, well, otherwise. What would you think of putting Red in Deep Shadows? Sorry for the stream of Conscious, but to blog, his chapter was a Red Talons. Wait, what? Red Talons are a pass because they look more like Blood Angels. Oh, really? I guess the question is, did Ortec Moore die before the Second Founding, or did he go with one of the Second Founding chapters? Okay. So that's that. I like this. I like this. And then we can snap some of these off. Because then that this then becomes really cool. Ding, ding, ding. And then you've got to imagine that there's more stuff over here. A duck to go with the duck board. You are rereading my stream of consciousness again. There we go. Yeah, like that, right? And you can put another one on there, and that'll be that. And the Death Commando can stand there like that, on half a duck board, half a little bit of dirt, and then you can put all the decoration and everything around there. And then that can go in there. We need some, what do we call it, barrels? Some barrels. I didn't mean barrels, I meant sandbags. We need some sandbags. And maybe a cocktail stick for even more height. So put a cocktail stick for height here with some barbed wire on it. Okay. Are ye building trenches onto the bases? Trying to. I'm just trying to make cool bases. I'm just trying to like embrace the fact that I can do cool bases. I can do cool bases. I am allowed to do cool bases. It's okay. We better ask Purples and Olivia just to be sure. Olivia, am I allowed to do cool bases? That's acceptable, yeah? Please say yes, otherwise this entire stream is wasted. Okay. One, two, three. There we go. And this one gets to go there. And the last one can go there, and then we'll just trim that end, trim this end off. What's everybody doing tonight? Has anybody got any projects on the go? Thank you very much for coming and tuning in. What time is it? 8 o'clock. We've got an hour before movie night. So that then goes there. Now, this is going to be interesting because I need to put a bit on the end and then a bit there. go. I kind of wish I could wood glue this. Okay. Okay. So now he can then stand on. We're going to put another. I think we put another one on, don't we? We put one more duckboard board on. How you doing, Alfredo? You'd wood glue that. You can wood glue this. You're just impatient to wait for it to cure. Yes. Yeah. 100%. Like it needs some sort of support going on while I'm doing it. So one, do I put two more on? Do you think I put two more on? Start a bus from Nuts Planet. Nice! It's just the right tool for the job. If I'm sticking wood to wood, I always use wood glue. Yeah, alright. But I'm streaming. Like, you don't want to see me hold this like that for 10 minutes while the wood glue takes. Yeah, two more, don't I? I need to put two more on there. And then chip this away. You use poster putty to hold things as they glue. Yep. Okay. Other thing, it soaks into the balsa wood so quickly. Exactly what I use poster putty for. Put a shim in there on the other end and let it sit. Yes. I can do all that, but then it would be a very, very dull stream. Because then we'd just be sat there watching it. I will wood glue the Heretic Priest one off stream. Right. So then, do we put two there? Do we put a cocktail stick and a thingy? Just make sure the audience doesn't adopt your bad habits. Do we do that? And then cover that with some barbed wire, and then put that there like that. That cocktail stick's very thick, isn't it? Gonna try and get some primer on a few of the orcs to start test schemes and put some paint on the Gimps of Gondor. Nice. You can wood glue this, wood glue. Yeah, everybody telling me to wood glue things. Hey Alfredo, how you doing? So we need one more, don't we? Agreed. We need one more there, like that. That is also quite thin, like that. And then cut the bottom of that off, right? So that looks pretty good. Okay. Still don't know how I'm going to approach the Mordor orcs. So are you trying to set it up so he looks like Freddy Krueger with the claws scraping the trench walls? That's a really cool idea. That's a really cool idea. I was just trying to build some height, and I wanted to do like mini dioramas with all the models, so like have some height, because there's a big gap behind him there compositionally. So if I put him there, I can do some cool shit behind him. So now I need a bit of a wall here. I can't do that. That would be awesome though. That would be so badass. Just claw marks on the wall. If I'd thought of that before, then he would be in a completely different composition, and he would be at the back of the trench like that, with a wall here, or a bit of a pillar there with some scratch marks on it. That's quite weighty. That's quite good. Okay. So that goes there. He goes there like that. So he's on front right of his base, and then back left. That's where we can put all these things. And then down here, that's where we can put little hell tablets. And of course, the really cool skulls. I'm going to print more of these skulls, by the way. These skulls are really nice. The skulls are really cool. There's not as many kind of like hell ones that I was think actually. That's really nice though. I forgot this was a model actually. I remember this being artwork, but I forgot that this helmet was part of the Plague Knight for the Black Grail, which is really cool. It's kind of like the Hell Knight version in Black Grail, but it's a really cool helmet. And now I want to print that off for some. I want to print it for a anointed for the heretic. Right, so we need to carve this down a little bit, because at the moment it's too thick. Long time since I did some whittling. Oops. So that can go in there like that. And then if we put barbed wire around that. What is that? What is that? Because if that's like a staff with some fire on it, maybe that can go there. I don't know. Now, if I put that there, is that going to be completely... Like if it's a heretic warband, you're not going to have the religious iconography on there, are you? You're more likely to have the hell plates. The stones and stuff. A mace is weird. It's really weird. I think it's a spike with a brazier on it that's on fire with a spike. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really odd. Don't know what it's supposed to be. That's cool. No idea what that is. And then loads of these sultanate bits. A couple of boxes. A genie jar, which is quite cool. And loads of skulls. Okay. So there's one helmet which we can use. So we can put a helmet. We can put a helmet underneath there. We just take a little bit off it so it looks like it's submerged. Cracked away. It's one of the good things about 3D printers, you can kind of crack and chip them. I mean, the Death Commando is a heretic assassin and he could be infiltrated. Oh, that's very, very true, actually. Yes, okay. Well, I really like that. I really like that. So we will put that on there. I need to tidy up some of these pit holes in it. Because obviously everything that you get that is pre-supported is generally over-supported. I would love, one thing that I would really like Lychee to be able to do is select all the supports on the model and downsize them by 10%. That would be a really, really cool thing to be able to do. Because everything is generally over-supported. Because they need to guarantee that it's going to print on everybody's printers, right? Can you imagine him coming across a cross in the Trench Crusade and then slashing it? Oh, so you want me to put 3 slash marks across it? One, 2, 3. Well, that got the slashing at the walls a little bit. So that goes there. That goes there. Barbed wire goes there. That goes there. Get a bit of height on the base. And then we have knackered heretic helmet on the base there. I wonder whether you can cut into that. No, you can't. Probably next to a skull. skull underneath there is quite cool. Do you put a helmet on the stick? Do you put that thing on the stick? That's nuts. Is there a skull with a hole in it? I bet there's not, but we can drill a hole in one. Deface the cross with the blood of the faithful. Yeah. So those slashes from the Death Commando will just kind of cover them in blood. What's that? Don't know what that is. There's a horn. Definitely need some. Definitely need some of these tablets. Leaning up against things. Maybe have it leaning up at the back. Books. What's that? Is that a bell? A little bell? Huh? Tiny little box. And then some little cup pots. Okay. Okay, are we happy with that? I think that's cool. Because then we can put... barbed wire around that. We still need to snap that front bit off. I think a helmet on there would be quite cool actually. Drill a hole through that. Drill a hole through that and have that helmet on there. Don't forget, less is more. No, I know that, but I want to really build it up. So where do we put the... I think these are the exception that proves the rule on the less is more thing. Love that. I love that skull just underneath there like that. That's great. If we put that on there, yeah, okay. But thank you, Perps. The less is more bit is going to be for the heretic troops. But things like the sorcerer for the court, and this death commando, the heretic priest, So it needs to go about there. So we need to carve it down to there. Hopefully that makes sense. Less is more is generally a very good idea. Hey Jar, how you doing? There we go. So that goes in there. That goes in there. How are you doing, Mr. Jar? Oh, she's not in focus. That is Mr. Jar's little trench cleric, which we're going to be doing a base for very, very soon as well. So she's going to be snapped off her 3D printed base. Just lurking around a bit. Nice. Can we have an exclamation mark, Mr. Jar, please? And you can go and have a look at all the cool Mr. Jar stuff. Been printing out loads of his little bits recently. So yeah, we're trying to do slightly more hobby based. Oh shit, dropped a skull, that's not good. Slightly more interesting hobby based bases. Okay, so that needs to go much lower. That needs to be somewhere there. So that spike needs to be extended. Doesn't matter about the mess because that will be covered up by the helmet. There we go, much better. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that with some barbed wire around this spike should be pretty cool. She looks familiar. She's from a different game system. The medic. Mr. Jar's medic is from this is being sculpted for Trench Crusade. So it's all been sculpted for that. There she is. So there's a few different versions of her. I did another print of her and gave her a pistol. There you go. And then we've got the assassins, and I'm wondering if Mr. Jar is going to sculpt some dervishes for these guys as well. The one with the pistol is a cool idea. I might steal that one. Steal away, dude. Steal away. All good. Okay, so that in there like that. That. In there like that. Turn that helmet around. Right, is there anything we need to add to this? Is there anything we need to add to this? We'll put that tiny little skull down there because that was fantastic, just underneath the duck boards. Do we need a heretic thing on there? If we put a heretic thing on there, we've then got both iconographies, and this is, like you say, this is almost like this is a religious trench that this guy's infiltrating because they've got the heretic helmet on a stick and the cross. The assassins also look cool. Oh mate, the assassins are just super cool. There's the official one with some different weapons. So he's got a massive golden sword and a little golden dagger. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's getting warm in here. A friend bought me the Prussian Warband. Oh, fantastic! Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the pre-order yet. I said I was going to pre-order it. How much is the box? Hopefully it's in the 20s. Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? Now, if I... €40. He's in Essen. Nice. Yeah, it's super cool that they've gone plastic. Oh, I've got to be careful with that. I don't want to damage that too much. Okay. Quite like that. Remove some of that. That's all okay. Fuck's sake, Chris. Remove some of this. Remove some of this. That's where that goes. There we go. Okay. Other side. There we go. Oh, Mango!
Hola.
Dude! How are you? Streaming late, especially for you, dude. We do have half an hour until movie night though, so I'm going to have to crack on. Thank you very much, Mr. Mango Man. So are you saying I should distract you more? Which movie is on the list? It's Superman tonight. It was Fantastic Four last week, which was brilliant, and I hadn't seen it, and I thought it was great. I have seen Superman, and I thought it was terrible. So, but I'm putting it on because it's for the community, right? How about putting a teddy bear in the mud? Hey, if you've got a teddy bear print, if you've got a tiny 3D teddy bear print that I can put underneath the bridge, or a Freddy Krueger claw, from a teddy bear to a Freddy Krueger claw. Yeah, if you've got either of those. Then hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go build my own theme park with
Blackjack and hookers.
In fact, forget the park.
Only took me 84 years to get the sound to work. A Teddy Krueger! Oh my god, that's genius. I need a Teddy. Somebody must have done a Teddy Krueger sculpt. Somebody must have done a Teddy Krueger sculpt. Go find on My Mini Factory or something. Find a Teddy Krueger sculpt. That is absolutely genius. It's absolute genius. I want a Teddy Krueger. I want a Teddy Krueger. That's phenomenal. A teddy bear with a green and red jumper and knife fingers. Oh, Teddy Krueger. Chose the new Fantastic Four as part of our movie challenge and the Tron Ares because Mortal Kombat 2 got moved back. Yeah, Tron Ares is terrible though. Mortal Kombat 2 I'm looking forward to because Mortal Kombat 1 was on movie night a few weeks ago and it was bloody brilliant. It was surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. What is your movie challenge then? What's your movie challenge? Yeah, I did rather like Fantastic Four. I thought it was good. Thought it was pretty good. There's only ever been one good Tron movie, and by the looks of things, there's only ever going to be one good Tron movie. Well, no, there might be a good. The fourth Tron movie might be really good. I thought the second one was fine. I thought the second one was good. So me, Paul, and Andy choose 2 films each, and the winner gets first choice the next year. Choose 2 films each. Then the winner gets first choice the next year. What? So, like, as in you go to the movie and you go and see 6 films? Wait, what? How do you... Well, no, you're going to have to explain that one, Christine. It's mainly an excuse to go to the cinema. So you go to the cinema 6 times because you each choose 2 films. But then next year you do the same again, so there's no winner. The winner gets first choice. And whoever picked the best film wins. But what did they win? Couldn't find a... But there's a teddy bear mimic. Teddy bear mimic. Everyone's a winner, babe. That's quite good. I quite like that. That's quite good. That's... I need to print that. I'm going to put that in the... I'm going to put that in the cool collection. I need to print that. I need to print that along with my... collections. Cool. My kitten displacer kitty. So I need that and that. I need to print both of them. That's brilliant. Bragging rights. Gotcha. Oh my god, kitty. It's awesome. It's proper cool. It's proper cool. It's a little displacement kitty. Okay, so now the helmet. So the helmet needs to go on here next. So the helmet goes on there. Which should be easy to do. Like that. Have it facing outwards a fraction. Don't glue your fingers together. There we go. So that's the helmet. And then that has to go there. Now I kind of don't want to put that in yet. I suppose it'll be alright. Like, because I quite like that bit at the bottom, but if that's going to be in the ground, it's not going to matter, is it? So that has to go in there. You'd paint it in Funky Brights. Have you got a 3D printer? Get the file. I haven't bought the file yet. Otherwise, I'd send it you. But it is on the list of things to print. Okay, so barbed wire around that one. That one just gets the slash from the claws. I've been asked to not buy. Been asked not to buy one. I'm hoping Elegoo get in contact and say, "Hey, we really like your 3D printing stuff. Would you like a printer?" So I can upgrade mine. That would be fab, wouldn't it? But yeah, this is that's the Heretic Priest. These ones I always find a little bit more challenging to do the bases for because they're in cloaks, they're in robes, so they need a flat surface. So this doesn't work for him because he's got robes hanging down everywhere. So he's going to need a flat surface. So I'm not entirely sure how to do his base. That's how I wanted to do his. I think that's really cool. So that's worked out fine. But any ideas on what to do for his base, I am all ears. I don't think I want him on duckboards, so he needs to be either like sloshing through some mud or walking on top of something on top of the mud. Rivers of Bloob. Yeah, what does he? What base does he do? What base does he get? And I need to somehow support this so that I can cut that there. I need to cut that there, and then, well, I need to snap it there. But I somehow need to support that when I do it. So otherwise it's just going to snap away from the cork. That's fab. I like that. That's really good. Yes! See, Chris? It's fine. It's fine to do some bases. Trench Crusade is perfect because there's only like 3 models, so it's not going to hold the project back. It's not like you have to do this on every single model like your Imperial Guard that you did. Court Blob and some vials. You know, I still have not read the lore of Trench Crusade. Odd, mayhaps because I want to read the physical book. In this world, is there only one church? Yes, there's only one church. So the church. Yeah, but so basically there was a crusade in 1099, and they accidentally opened up a portal to hell, and then for 900 years after that they've been fighting hell. So religion sort of stops at 1099. So what happened to Britain? It's whatever the religions were in 1099. Cork, blood and vials. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm covering up all the cork. So that's the next thing. I need to make sure that all the cork is covered because I hate cork on bases. Cork on bases look shit, as we have been saying. So we need to make sure we're covering all of this up with paste or mud. Or something, but before I do that I'm going to coat it all in PVA glue so that all these little bits get hard, and all this, because that there, so that needs to get hard, so we need to coat all of this in PVA glue so that it gives it some strength, and then we need to disguise all the cork so it doesn't look like cork and look like shit. Like we said at the beginning, we're just using it for landscaping. Because I think that puts a crimp in how Britain evolved. Yeah. So yeah, you'll have to get. So they haven't explored the British Isles faction properly yet, but they're going to. There's Scotland and Ireland. They've done Scotland and Ireland. Or have they? Did they do a law? I think they did. Didn't they do a law? I think they did do a law for. Oh shit. Not Britannia. What did they call it? What did they call it in Trench Crusade? I can't remember what they called it. No, they haven't done Wales yet, no. Air, there we go, air. Successful derailment. Oh shit, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes until movie night. I don't think it has been successful. I've been really good. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me being awesome and making Trench Crusade bases. Like, I'm going to put a book. There's a book. So if I put the book that way round, then you won't see that it's got heretical stuff on the back. So if I put a book on the back there like that, just leaning up against the dirt, that's cool. Made superb base. Yes. So I don't know. See, this is the thing. I don't know whether to post this on the internet as like a work in progress, because if I do that, it's opened up the fact that I've used cork, and I'm going to get a million people saying it's cork, it looks shit, and I'm like, I know it looks shit, I'm going to cover it. So I kind of want to not post it, and then get the rest, get it covered before I post it. But that's cool. I love the. I'm just going to put another skull on the base because I love that little skull on the base. Let's get a bit of tack. Have I got a bit of tack somewhere? I haven't got any tack. Steal a bit from the assassin. There we go. I love that little. So much effort just to put a bit of just to put a skull on the base. You know what I want to weirdly watch tonight now? Evil Dead Rise. Don't know why. Oh my god, I need a Necronomicon. Somebody find a Necronomicon 3D print and I'll scale it down. I need a Necronomicon. There we go. I use cork on pretty much every model base. I love it when people blame their skill issue on the material. Cork is great. What's wrong with cork? It looks crap. It looks like cork. That's the problem with cork. It looks like cork, so you have to hide it. Successful derailment. Post a before and after to prove people that cork. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, that's a good idea. I'll take a picture of it raw and then cover it so that you can't see the cork, and then show the after so that people can like not stress about using cork. There you go. Gave you your personal deadite. Have I got a personal deadite? Yeah, I need I need a Necronomicon now. There must be a Necronomicon. Is there a Necronomicon on My Mini Factory, or do I have to go to Cult 3D? Necronomicon. Oh god damn it! We've got to watch Superman tonight. Otherwise, I will be watching Evil Dead Rise. Necronomicon. There's not really. There's a couple of reasonable ones. Oh, there we go. 14 quid. I'm not paying 14 quid for a Necronomicon that I'm going to scale down to nothing. A goodly amount of filth. Or certainly there is. This is my boomstick. The only thing I like using more than cork is XPS foam. Yes. Yeah. Oh, purple. Thank you. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think there's a better one than that. There must be a better one than that. David Cornsweat was so good as soups. See, purple knows her shit. I bought a bunch of resin spellbooks and there was a book with a face. Nice. Yeah. So there we go. So what do we need to add to this? So I've got to make that into like a little bit of a crater. I've got to fill that gap there because we need this overhang because that's where his back foot goes. So we need to cover all this with PVA glue. That's fantastic. Are there any of these? Are any of these Necronomicons? I wouldn't imagine they will have sculpted a Necronomicon. That's a bit on the nose, really, isn't it, for Trench Crusade? Especially when they've got all their lore done already. No, they haven't. What's that? Oh, that's Sultanate stuff. Okay. So there's that there. Something needs to go here. What needs to go here? I know what needs to go at the back. I need to put a sandbag somewhere. So at the front here, I don't want to do tufts. So it's not going to be a tuft. Mud, yeah. Well, it is going to be mud. So it's going to be mud down here in like a crater thing. Barbed wire around that. That's pretty damn good. I'm quite pleased with that. Pocket-sized pendant. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That one's even better. Oh shit, look at this one. Look at that one. Now is that... doesn't say how many files are in that. I want to know whether the book is separate. That's awesome. That's really cool. I need to put that somewhere on it. I need to do a Trench Crusade. I want to do some Trench Crusade terrain. Tatra Amistraba Hazata Tentia. It's 2 files, is it? Have you already bought it, Purples? Not Henry's fault. Snyder just had a vision for the character that doesn't fit my idea. Wait, what? Hang on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Henry Cavill is a great actor and his suit movies were cool action movies, but he was a terrible Superman. Click the arrow on the left of the zip file. On the left of the zip file? Oh! Thank you very much, Purples. I never knew that. I never knew that. Thank you very much. For those of you who also didn't know that, 3 design format, 1 zip file, and it tells you what files are there. I did not know that. Thank you very much. Corn Sweat has far more of that OG. I really didn't like the new Superman film. I appreciate that loads of people who do. I thought it was shit. I thought it was absolutely atrocious. But we have 5 minutes until movie night, and tonight's movie night is Superman. So you can all come and tell me how wrong I am for not liking the new Superman movie on movie night tonight. So I think that's everything. Is that alright, everybody? Has that been an okay stream? Have you enjoyed watching me do that? I haven't done a basing stream for ages. Because like I say, when I'm doing big projects, like for my... Oh, I very nearly picked those models up. I should not pick those models up. Like when I'm doing my Raven Guard, like for this guy, for instance.
Well, you are wrong. No need to go any further, Christopher.
I haven't gone any further. So, like my 40k Raven Guard, there's like 100 models. There's like 100 models to do for my 40k Raven Guard. So if I do this for every single 40k Raven Guard model, it's going to put a massive bottleneck on the project. And that's where the projects die. They just absolutely die. Like my Imperial Guard, I've got 60 bases to do. I think I've done about 30, but I've got 60 bases to do for my Imperial Guard. Because I did posh bases on them all, like massive amounts of rubble, loads of bricks, loads of bullet casings, like barbed wire, angle iron, everything, like concrete, the lot. Like it's all just like scattered all over them, and they look really cool. They just take forever. So skirmish ones, like I've been trying to do the 3D print thing, which works fine for armies. 3D prints for armies is fine. And you all know what I've been doing on my Raven Guard for my Horus Heresy. Just really, really simple. But for the skirmish stuff, let's just scratch that itch again. Let's do some actual bases. Okay, so I'm going to decorate that. I'm going to give it a coat of PVA glue to harden all this cork up and everything. Yeah, I will take a photograph of this, do a before and after. That's going to go into the mud at the bottom. We'll probably put a puddle. If I put a puddle in there with another, I don't know, something needs to go in that hole there. I'll have a look through all the accessories and see if there's anything appropriate. Turn the light back on. It just turns off after like 5 hours, so it's been on for a long time. Yeah, right. I'm going to finish there because I need to go and put movie night on. So if anybody wants to come and watch Superman, I'm going to go into Discord. I'm going to go into Discord now. Where's Discord? Oh fucking hell! They're already there waiting for me. Damn it! So I'm going to go into Discord now. So if you want to come and watch, movie night, there you go. If you want to come and watch movie night, come into the movie night section. Come into the movie night section of Discord, and we are going to watch. Not Fantastic Four. We're going to watch Superman. So yeah, I will see you in a second. Thanks very much, everybody. I got to work. Oh, it's just the hand. Forget it. Wait, what? What's the hand? Oh, the Devil Man. As I said, a teddy bear. I'm gonna find a teddy bear print. I'm gonna find a teddy bear print because that would be a massive like juxtaposition of a massive Death Commando with a teddy bear. I'm also gonna have a look and really work out during the Superman film, because the Superman film's terrible, so I'm gonna be bored shitless. I'm gonna work out where I'm gonna drill my holes so that I can put those aerials in. So thanks very much, everybody.